Yes.
Because I'm telling you, Alex, I have something here that I know is so explosive and so incredibly mind-boggling when it's finally presented correctly, so that you begin to see the progression of the use of this symbol, how it is used by the different cults, different religions of the world, how it is used by the different governments, all governments of the world. All the royalty of Europe have used this word and terms and symbols. And then to see it now finally in full display right now in America, it will finally hit you how big this thing really is.
And that signifies, though, that's what I keep asking. I mean, the fact that they're now going with everything. They suddenly display the symbol, moving away from the eye to the rising sun over the earth. They move into that, which I guess signifies in their hierarchy, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they are now engaging, the final plan?
Yes, the ultimate final conclusion to thousands of years of a plan that was laid out a long time ago is finally being blanketed across the world, and no one is able to comprehend the how large this thing is, how big it is, and the implications of it. It's just it's staggering story, and I don't even know what to do with it. I don't even know how to explain to the audience how big this thing really is, how ancient it is, and how serious our existence is on this earth because of this incredible ancient apparatus that was set up thousands of years ago, and the whole idea is coming from the darkness of night into the new light of a new world order.
Well, did you hear his acceptance speech where he kept saying the new age, the new age, the new age? Barack Obama went, his inaugural speech. Please continue.
Yes, I know. It's all part and parcel of what I'm talking about. And that's
coming into the new age, coming into the new light. Why are you saying that's so dangerous?
It is profoundly dangerous because the people who are doing it they have, the best way I can explain it is that for years, years ago, kids used to talk on the phone in front of their parents and use terms, and they still do today. They can use terms and catchphrases which the young people understand, but which the adults don't. And so the kids can be sitting right in the front room talking in front of their parents and talking about a drug deal or something really nefarious, and the parents are hearing it and they don't understand at all the terms that are being used and the catchphrases, what they mean. Well, the same thing is true today with the elite who are running the world. They have a lingo. They have symbols and words and terms that they use among themselves, that they know what they're talking about, and they realize that the people of the world have no idea about what they're saying, what it means. And once you've cracked this code of words and terms, it's staggering and it's frightening in its implications. And that's what I've got.
Because they're saying, at least with the Earth First Battalion and what the Pentagon says and what General Stubblebine and others have said, that the new age means killing most of us, doesn't it?
Well, I'm afraid so, yes, because it's part of the agenda. And
the new man, the cybernetic merger of humans into machines and the extermination of the majority of us.
That's right, because they are dumbing down the humans while making the machines and the computers able to think for themselves. And so in America, we like to brag that we've got computers that can think for themselves. And I say, thank God, because the people can't.
So the new age, one facet, I know I oversimplified all, but one facet of the new age is the new man, the new creation.
That's right.
And the old man goes bye-bye.
You've got it. That's exactly one of the most important terms is the new man. And when you begin to see what that term new man actually implies and why Adolf Hitler talked about all the time creating the new man, why Stalin in his writings talked about the coming of the new man. When you see the communist symbols and words and terms that were used by the Communist Party around the world, talking about the coming of the new man, when the sun would rise on the new order. Once you begin to see this, then you see how very powerful and ancient and old and well-financed this whole monstrosity on the human race really is, and then for the first time you begin to see how serious in trouble we really are.
And without saying any names,
everywhere.
It's everywhere. Without saying names and getting into arguments with other people out there, a lot of them I think are misled. A lot of folks have taken your deep research and then added onto it, but we're going to have a new man. So they've co-opted your research and others' research and then added, by telling the truth about the New World Order, they say, but there's this new man coming. We're going to come together and have this new system, and the computers will rule us because they're fair. And then you get blamed for the people putting out that message, claiming it's your message, when your message is actually the opposite.
Exactly, and that's happened to me on many different fronts, because I will use terms that are in the Bible, and I'm trying to explain what they mean in relation to my research. Then people go out and say, well, Jordan is saying this and that, and therefore he obviously is working for the government, he's working for the conspiracy, and I'm just appalled because I'm not able to really put anything out there into the public.
Because this is so nuanced and sophisticated and multifaceted. You're saying they're going to come in with the dictatorship of the machines and the cybernetic merger and other things that they say are coming. You're saying, they've built all of this to then have a false revolution and bring in this control, and then others come and take your research, get everybody on board with the research, and then say, but the new man, that will fix it. The false revolution, the false new age.
Well, that's exactly what the Bible talks about, how the devil works. I mean, even in Scripture, even in Christianity, Christians are aware that there is a concept that the dark side will use what is good to deceive, and that even the elect could be deceived. It's so well done. Well,
Counterfeits.
Absolutely, it's counterfeit. And but unless you understand and are able to sit for an hour or so and watch a presentation that was, showing the symbols that were used thousands of years ago, used in Rome, used in England, and today are being used here, it will finally hit you what I'm talking about. It's something you have to see. You have to watch the progression in order to understand the severity of what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm honored. Let's get on the horn very soon and set up a time to do that. Now, specifically, without giving out the deep knowledge you've got, which will then be misconstrued, mispackaged, thus destroying your message. That's why you can't come out with it. We're on the same page, Jordan. I know you've done deeper research than I, but you notice I'm throwing out basically what it is here. Just talking about what we're facing in the upheaval, more staged terror attacks, more economic collapse, open world government bank being set up, carbon taxes with bureaucratic regulators over every facet of our lives, shutting down all small industry farms and ranches, gun confiscation, giant youth brigades. It's all being announced. And exactly, when the symbol manifests, now they're launching. Now, is this a beta test prototype or what I'm saying is, because we know they build minis before they build the big one, or does this in the battle configuration look like it is the final wavelength or the final signature?
I think it is the last and final move. This is, in my humble opinion, this is it. There is nothing to come after this.
You have never said that before. You have never said that in 49 years of research. You've never said this is it.
This is it. But as far as I'm concerned, there is no doubt in my mind, because I've watched the steps and watched it progress over the years and looked at it from every point of view. I've taken this to other authors, writers, researchers in private, and they're looking at it, and we're studying this thing. Up until now, I have always believed that there was going to be some way that people would wake up and find out and be able to thwart this thing. But now I am totally convinced that the last and final stroke has been put into place now, and now it's a survival of the human race now. Now it is cosmic in proportion.
Because once the elite engage all these thousands of years of programming, conditioning, and preparation, this isn't even a machine they can turn off, is it?
That's right, exactly. It's not something that they have control over anymore. Now it is cosmic in proportion. It's the basis for governments. The symbol is used in governmental systems, educational systems, law enforcement,
and you're saying
military.
There is an above let's just get down to bottom lines. Christians can call it, spiritual entities, whatever. The elite believe this in their own writings. There is an above human government that's been directing things.